Okay, we're going to show you how to save tomato seeds. And it's a very simple thing to do, but there's a couple of things you really need to be aware of. If you want to get the best tomato seeds, you always, whatever tomato plant you use, you want to harvest the largest fruit off the plant, like all three of these came off, but see, you had the little one. You wouldn't want to use the little one because the seeds aren't going to be as good as the ones in the bigger one. And then all you need is basically a cup, and then we'll cut these and squeeze it in, but also the water that you use is very important. You don't want to use tap water or any water like bottled water or anything like that. You want to use RO water or distilled water or rainwater, because you don't want to contaminate the seeds any other way. So basically what we're going to do, and it's pretty simple, is I'm just going to cut the tomato in half, and you can see the little seeds in it. You can see that, and then I'm just going to squeeze the pulp, and you can see the seeds going in there. Oh, got some on the table. I'll get those up here in a minute. And squeeze them in there. There you go. And then we'll do the other side. And boom, more seeds. Okay, so that's basically it. Then you want to take, I'm using distilled water, and I'm just using a little bit of it. Now you don't necessarily have to put it in a measuring cap or anything. You just don't need a lot of water, so it's easier to do it in this cap. But that's about all the water that you would need to put in here. That's it. You can see that. Okay. Then you just find a nice place in your kitchen, like on a counter somewhere, or under the counter, or in your cabinet, and then you just get something like this. Yeah. I've got this, or you can, anything, just to put a cover over it, like this. Well, anything you got that you can cover your utensil with. And let that set, and about once a week, check it. And usually about, depending on the temperatures in your kitchen, anywhere from a week to 10 days to a little over 2 weeks, a mold will form on top of this, a black mold, and it'll form a surface over it. And once it does that, you'll take the mold off, and then you'll pour the water and all through a tea strainer and wash your seeds off. And we'll show you that later on. Right now, this is how you get it started. So the next time we show you, we're going to show you the other end of this, is where we take the mold off, wash the seeds, and then we'll give you some more tips on how to store the seeds and what to do with it. So that takes care of this particular shoot. Hi, this is Mike again. This is going to be part 2 of how we save the seeds. We've now let the tomato seeds ferment, and the mold on it. And this took about 7 days, and it can be a little more or a little less depending on temperatures. But this is what it would look like. And then we'll take this mold, and I just take a little plastic fork, and I'll kind of rake it off the top so most of your tomato seeds stay in there. And this is just, discard the film. I'll try to get more of these seeds off here as I possibly can. Actually, I can hold it like this and rake a few more off. But you can see the little seeds coming off. And then I'll just discard discard this a little bit, throw this away. And then we got the tomatoes, and then we got a little bit more fungus in here. I'll get that out. And you can actually, a lot of people can just wash their seeds off when they do it and wash them and dry them. But when you do the fermentation thing, the reason the importance of that is it helps when it ferments like it helps kill a lot of the bad bacteria. So it gives you a healthier seed, and it's worth the extra effort to do it that way. And basically all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a little bit more distilled water to this for the washing process. And I'll kind of stir it around with my fingers, and you can see how we're doing that. And then we'll just keep doing it, and then I will pour some of this out like that and get some of that old water, and then so we got the seeds there. And then I'll take this cup and I'll put the seeds back in here. And I'm going to give them a secondary little washing. There we go. And you notice the water now is clear instead of being red. So we'll do that. Then we'll strain it again. And that'll take care of that. And I'll spread these out just a little bit. And since I still got it in here, I'm going to add just a little bit more water and pour it through here just to give them a little final rinse. Then we'll take this, and I would use something better than this, but I'm just, for show purposes, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take your seeds, and we'll just take them, we'll just take these and put them on a paper towel. There we go, and then you want to kind of spread them out a little bit. And then you'll let them dry. And it takes, you need to let this, put them somewhere, out of the sunlight, obviously, in your kitchen somewhere. But you want to let those dry, and you may want to, after this initial drying for just a little bit, is put them on another paper towel when they're not as damp. And that way, when they dry, they're not going to be so hard to get off the paper towel. Because right now, if these dry and get super dry, it'll be hard to get the seeds off of this napkin. So just let them dry for a little bit and then transfer them onto another napkin. But you need to let these things air dry in a good warm place out of the sun for at least 10 days or better. And then after that, you can go use them for direct planting, or you can put them in a container or wrap them in foil or something and put them in your refrigerator. And then properly stored, you can use your tomato seeds for at least 2 to 3 years or more, depending on the varieties. But that's pretty much what it takes. It's pretty simple stuff, but this is it. And then later on, because this is actually part 2 of the video, later on we're going to be doing another one, and this is more intended for our teachers. So when they're teaching the ABC to the kids, this is something that the teachers are going to show their kids, and that's something the kids are going to do to help save seeds for future use, But later on we'll do a part 3, which will be more of a professional way, because once we do this seed, there's other things we can do, like infuse them, and where we can use them and soak them in food grade peroxide and create a seed soak for transplanting, a lot of other things that will end up giving you a superior plant and more disease resistant plant. So for right now, that pretty much sums it up.